Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and an emergency episode of Carlton Club Corner. So, the time is 7:35 on a Wednesday evening. And the weakest football club in the land has just traded one of their top three players to Sydney Swans for Will Hayward, a B- player, a first round pick this year, and a first round pick next year. So, I said months ago I wanted to get rid of Charlie. However, that was before we lost Tom De Koning and Jack Silvani. Okay? Once those two left, all bets are off. You don't lose a third player. So this weak club keeps the problem, who is Michael Voss, yet loses 3 of their top 10 players. And yes, Silvani's a top 10 player because Carlton don't have much more than that. 3 of the top 10 players, and we didn't even get close to playing finals in 2025. What do you think is going to happen next year? We're bottom 4. We're bottom 4. We've also helped Sydney be top 4 next year with Charlie Curnow. Now, I know if he came back to Carlton, he might not have been, the player we all want him to be, or the player he was in 2023, 2022 when he won the Coleman. But you don't help other clubs. You don't help other clubs win premierships. We haven't won for 30 years. And it'll be 31 next year because we're not winning next year. And we're helping other clubs. Will Hayward, he makes us better. Please, Carlton. The weakest club in the AFL, bar none. Piss weak, actually. Michael Voss is still strutting around. He's kept his job. I thought Graham Wright was going to be a man that, comes in with and rules with 9 fists. He's been the exact opposite. We've been sold a donkey. I'm convinced of this. We've gone and got Will Hayward, B- at best. Ben Ainsworth, B- at best. Buku Kamas is probably getting done, but I walked out as soon as I heard the Charlie thing and recorded this video. C at best. Who else do we get? That Ruckman, Liam Reedy. He's played 2 games. D at best. What are we doing? What are we doing at Carlton? Since when did we give away best players for this rubbish? When? When did this happen? Why don't we be strong? Why? Why all of a sudden we've become a weak, pathetic club? Let me know in the comments if we made the right call. We didn't, so actually don't let me know. Let me know how pathetic Carlton are, how weak they are, how they just fold like a deck of cards. No, they're honestly, this has actually made me sick. And this isn't even about Charlie Curnow, right? So, as I said earlier, Tom De Koning and Jack Silvani has already left the club, okay? So Curnow said he wanted to leave, but at that point, you say, no, we can't let 3 leave. We can't let 3 leave, but yet they do it. With 3 minutes left in the trade period, they do it. Instead of asking for, like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, Heaney, Goulden, Warner, and I would have taken the Hayward and 2 draft picks, but adding Blakey. They're the only deals I'd be taking from Sydney. I don't give a stuff about Sydney. This is about Carlton winning premierships. It's not about Sydney. You've automatically made them a premiership contender. Not a finals contender, premiership contender. They played in the grand final in 2024. Do you think they're not going to be better with Charlie Curnow? Is that what you think, Carlton? You think that Sydney aren't going to be better, but we're going to be better with Will Hayward and draft picks that could amount to nothing. And based on your last 5 years of recruiting, Carlton, they're going to amount to nothing. And don't give me Harry Dean, because that's a father-son. That's a given. That's done for you, like Nick Dacos. Done. You didn't have to scout Harry Dean. Okay? Jagger Smith hasn't played a game, so still yet to be determined. We gave up the world for him. I like him. I've seen him play under 18s football. Look great. But he hasn't played a game yet. So we can't, Ollie Hollands, Motlop, all these. What are we getting? C graders. When did we become a C grade team? You tell me. Let me know in the comments when we became not a C grade team. We've been a C grade team for years. A C grade club. When is it? When we got that Muppet from Geelong to infiltrate our club? When we got the Muppet Graham Wright from Collingwood, who I had every ounce of faith in that he would fix us. He would sack Voss when he needed to be sacked. But no, he's done nothing. Kept him for 1 year. Not signed him for an extra 2 years, extended his contract because he's our man. No, he's got a contract. Really? Are we that desperate for cash, Carlton, that we can't get rid of the club? I'm going to tell you something. If you run this club like a business, and you should, and I'm sure you do, or attempt to, sorry, keeping Michael Voss is going to cost you millions. Rather than getting rid of him, could have kept Charlie. Who knows what can happen? Remember Craig McRae went to Collingwood, right, and turned him around like that. Sam Mitchell turned Hawthorn around like that. New coaches have a knack of fixing clubs. And then Kingsley's another one at GWS. Went and they made finals the first year. What are we doing, Carlton? What have we become? What have we become? Honestly, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to be a Carlton supporter. And I'm sick of this. I'm just sick of what we're putting out. I'm sick of it. It's very bad. It's a very bad situation. Actually, it's almost cataclysmic. Literally, it's one of the worst situations. This is probably on par with when we did when we lost the draft picks, 25 years ago, in 2001 or 2002, when we had the first and second pick, and we lost Wells and Goddard. This is almost to that point because we've lost two of our top 5 players, De Koning and Charlie Curnow, and a top 10 player, or top 15. I don't want to upset anyone with Silvani. But he's our second best defender. Nick Haynes our second best defender now? Really? A 34-year-old hack. We're going to rely on him, are we? You've got it in one. Oh, no, hang on. They're going to bring back Mitch McGovern. I forgot. Everything's forgiven now. Carlton football. You never cease to amaze me. I'll tell you one thing. You make life interesting for us Carlton supporters. I know that much. But we want it to be interesting for a different reason. We want what we had in 2023 in that final series. We want that magic again. And that's gone. Just remember, don't rely on Harry McKay. He gave up on you this year. There's a good chance now that the pressure's all on him, he's going to give up again next year. You heard it first. October the 15th, 2025. There's a good chance Harry McKay will give up on Carlton next year. Okay? Make of that what you will. But I'll tell you, I'm staggered with what they've just done. I'm not speechless because I might be rambling. And that's because I haven't prepared anything. Usually I have a couple of points I like to go by, but the main point here is Charlie Curnow traded to Sydney, which makes them a premiership contender and puts us bottom 4. So I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts about anything in the comments. I'll see you after the trade's done. The draft is done. See if we do anything interesting in that. We can still trade picks, of course. So let's see what happens. And I'll see you on the next one.